Hey there, fellow learners. Are you looking for a safe and convenient way to dive into the world of the Linux without worrying you're messing up your main operating system? Well, have you heard of VirtualBox? So today, I'm going to talk about how you can use a VirtualBox to easily install and run a Linux or virtual machine. So with that, you can explore a different distribution and develop your IT skill without jeopardizing your precious data. But before starting, let us introduce our group member first. We are from group 3 consisting of 1. Poltak Alfredo, 2. Rafi Pratama Nugraha, 3. Rafi Ramadhan, 4. Raihan Havian, 5. Syahlan Wigunatmo, 6. Whilyan Pratama, and 7. Dzaki Akmal Rabbani. So stay tuned and let's get started. In today's video, we are going to explain the benefit of using VirtualBox to easily install and run Linux, so we can develop your IT skill by studying it. As informatics student, we are processing the knowledge, skill, and capabilities to effectively and responsibly use VirtualBox for interactive learning without disrupting the memory operating system. Here, why our credibility position is so strong. 1. We have a solid foundation in computer science, software development, and information system. So next, we are aware of the best practice and guidelines for using VirtualBox safely and responsibly.
We are going to explain what VirtualBox and Ubuntu are. VirtualBox is open source software for virtualizing the x86 computing architecture. It acts as a hypervisor, creating a VM or virtual machine where the user can run another OS or operating system. Ubuntu is an open source Linux distribution based on the Debian architecture. It is one of the most popular and widely used Linux operating systems. In this video tutorial, we'll delve deeper into the 4 main points aspect from VirtualBox and Linux. First, we will talk about VirtualBox functionality and why we choose it. Then, we will explain the requirements for running VirtualBox. Next, we are going to explain the reason why we choose Linux. Lastly, we are going to explain the steps to install and use VirtualBox.
VirtualBox functionality. Students can use VirtualBox as a safe and convenient solution for learning Linux without disturbing the main operating system. With VirtualBox, they can install and run Linux as a virtual machine, explore different distributions, still can use software from Windows, and develop their IT skills without risking losing critical data. The reason why we chose VirtualBox because the software is a free, powerful, and open source virtual machine platform.
For the best performance, it is recommended that you have a processor with at least 4 cores, at least 8GB of RAM, and at least 40GB of free storage space. You will also need a graphic card with at least 512MB of video memory. Additionally, you should have a network connection with at least 10MB per second of bandwidth. In addition to the hardware requirements, you will also need to install virtualization software. The software will allow you to create and manage virtual machine. A VM is essentially a software-based emulation of a physical computer system. To install an OS on a VM, you need an installation medium, which is usually provided in the form of an ISO file. An ISO file is this image of a complete CD or DVD.
But now, to move on to the reason why we choose Linux as our operating system. Linux-based OS has more source for programming. Linux has a wide range of libraries and frameworks that are freely and openly available. User installation of compilers and add-ons, many features and means that can be used through the terminal as a video tutorial teaching material for students who want to install a Linux-based OS. Many IT-based companies use Linux-based OS. And of course, testing the operating system before using or installing it on a physical computer with the aim of being able to continue using Windows OS features that are useful for students and consideration before switching or using Ubuntu.
Alright, To start with, we need to download and install VirtualBox from the official VirtualBox website. On the left menu bar here, click on Downloads. I choose Windows host right here. Click on Save, and the file will be downloaded. My laptop had VirtualBox installed before, therefore I skip this step. After installing the VirtualBox, the next step is you have to download the ISO file from the Ubuntu website. In the download menu right here, click on Get Ubuntu Desktop. Choose the LTS version, click on Download. Wait a minute. Click on Save, and the file will be downloaded automatically. I have downloaded the file before, therefore I'll skip this step. After that, open the VirtualBox application on your PC or laptop. Next, click on the New button. After that, click on the Expert Mode button. Enter the virtual machine name. Here I will name my VM Ubuntu. Browse the ISO image location that you have downloaded before. I put my ISO file on the desktop and click Open. Make sure you have checked the Skip Unattended Installation checkbox. In the hardware menu, we would like to adjust the RAM size into 4GB and the number of the CPU cores we will set into 2 cores. After that, adjust the virtual hard disk size. We will adjust it to 50GB. And then click Finish. Click on the Settings button, the display menu, and adjust the video memory size into the maximum level. And then make sure you have turned on the virtual network adapter. And then click OK to save the settings. Now you can run your VM by clicking the green start button, and the VM will be booting up soon. Then the Grab Bootloader menu will appear. Select the Try or Install Ubuntu menu by using the arrow keys and hit Enter. After that, the Install window will appear. Select the Install Ubuntu button on the right. Choose your keyboard layout and click Continue. After that, make sure you have checked Install third-party software for graphics and Wi-Fi. Click on Continue. Next, in the installation type, choose Erase Disk and Install Ubuntu. This will format your virtual hard drive, and then click Install Now. Click on Continue, and the installation process will begin. Then, in Where Are You? Select your current position by clicking on the map to set the time zone. In this case, we use the Jakarta time zone. Then click on Continue. After that, enter your name, your computer's name, username, and password. I will give a name Dzaki, and my password is Dzaki, and I will confirm my password Dzaki. I choose Require my password to log in. After that, click Continue. The installation will begin. This process wouldn't take a long time. Now the installation is complete. You can click on the Restart Now button right here, and then the VM will reboot. Hit Enter, type in your password, and hit Enter. And finally, you have successfully installed the Ubuntu virtual machine. The first step after we install Ubuntu is to update the package. Firstly, we need to open the terminal application by pressing Ctrl Alt and T on your keyboard. Secondly, type in sudo apt-get update and sudo apt-get upgrade. Hit enter, type in your password and hit enter. And wait for a few minutes. After updating the package, we will install the C and C++ compiler. You can type sudo apt install build essential. Hit enter. Click on yes and hit enter. The command installs a bunch of new packages including GCC, G++, and make. To validate that the compiler is successfully installed, type in gcc version, enter, and G++ version, and hit enter. As we can see here, the C and the C++ compiler have been installed successfully and already have the latest version. After that, we are going to install the Visual Studio Code. To install it, you can type the command sudo snap install classic code. Hit enter. Enter your password and hit enter. Once the installation completes, you can open it via the terminal directly. Type in the keyword code. Hit enter. Before using the Visual Studio Code, we must install some extensions to support C and C++ programming. Click on the extensions menu bar on the left. Search for C, C++ extension pack. Click on it and click install. Next, we should install Code Runner. Type on here Code Runner. Click on it and click install. Okay, I have copied the Hello World source codes from the internet to test the compiler. We will run the C first and then run the C++ one. You can click on here and click Run Code. Then the C++ one, click here and click Run Code. As we can see here, the C and C++ compiler is working. And finally, you have successfully installed Ubuntu on VirtualBox and you can do some projects in C or C++ language. Thank you.
In conclusion, VirtualBox offers a powerful solution for interactive learning without disrupting the primary operating system. Its credibility as reliable and user-friendly virtualization software is well established, making it an ideal choice for informatics students and learners in various fields. By leveraging VirtualBox, we can create and manage virtual machines, experiment with different operating systems, and engage in hands-on learning experiences, all while ensuring stability and integrity of our primary system. Now, remember when we talked about the benefit of using VirtualBox as a tool for learning Linux without risk? With VirtualBox, we really can run Linux on our computer without thinking about the risks. So, we can keep ourselves focused to learn about Linux and improve our IT skill. Now that you've learned about the incredible features of VirtualBox and Ubuntu, we encourage you to take action and give it a try. Now, let's review what we have seen so far. First, we've looked at VirtualBox functionality and why we choose it. Secondly, we've looked at VirtualBox's hardware requirements and the need for a virtualization software. Third, we've explained our reasons for choosing Linux. And lastly, we've looked at the step-by-step instructions for installing and using VirtualBox with Ubuntu. That's it for this tutorial video. Thanks for watching. We hope it's useful for you. If you have any question, you can ask us directly in the comment section. Keep practicing and keep the spirit of learning. Thank you for your support. See you in the next tutorial.